Now, welcome back guys. Now in this video I'm just going to give you a quick insight on how to get started. Now before we do that, I just want to discuss with you what bike packing stroke bike touring is. Now this means different things to different people. Now generally bike packing was coined, the phrase bike packing was coined basically for people who like to do really wild and remote bicycle touring. And now to me, bicycle touring and bike packing are exactly the same. Now for me, the main thing is that when you go out, you can be in the wild, but at the end of the day you have to be prepared. And the thing with bike packing is that they kind of coin the term that they take as little gear as possible. Now sometimes I believe that this is not the correct way to do things. I've been to several campsites where if we said a so-called bike packer has turned up. They have limited equipment, and they've turned up, they've put their tent up, and because of their limited equipment they've asked to borrow my hammer to knock their pegs in for their tent. Now to me that is not the best way to go about enjoying your trip and taking things to make things enjoyable. You have to take a minimum amount of kit for your own safety and to be able to set up and have a great time. Now with regards to the hammer that I use, and it seems I've mentioned it, I'll leave a link in the description to the hammer that I carry on my bike packing trips. It's just a little mini hammer, half size, not too heavy, but it actually just does the job perfectly by knocking your tent pegs in. So I'll leave the link in the description. So now tip number one for getting started is use what you have. Now if you're starting out, you really don't want to be spending a lot of money on something that you probably may not use. Secondly, you don't know whether you're going to enjoy this bike packing stroke bike touring pastime. So if you go out and spend hundreds of dollars, and you can spend a lot more, then you could be left with all this equipment if you don't enjoy it. Now thirdly, and probably most importantly, the thing to do is to just do it. You just make the task for yourself that you are going to start. It's not that hard. I'm going to show you tips in some videos coming up on how to start with a minimum amount of kit without even necessarily having to buy racks and such like. So we're going to cover that in another video. But those are the main things that I kind of express to people when starting out. Now another thing that I would suggest is find someone like myself, watch a few YouTube videos, but don't take them too much for granted. At the end of the day, you have to cycle your own route, if you like, and that is one of the main things. Just get it organized so that it's comfortable for you. It doesn't matter whether you have the minimum amount of kit. You're not going to wild camp or anything like that to start with, because that does take a bit of courage. But I would just basically say to someone to start out, be organized, don't travel too far, and don't assume that you're just going to wild camp straight away, because that probably isn't going to happen, and it's probably not going to be great for your bike packing stroke bike touring journey. Now that concludes this video. I hope you found it useful. Now we will be moving on to the next one.